I do. Okay, we're going to work on our motors today, y'all. So, one of the best reasons on recording that you want to continue to exercise is to increase your motor. You increase your motor, that increases your calorie burn just to keep you going. And how do you increase your motor? You move, and then you move a resistance. That's how you do it. So, I'm trying to simplify it for you. And so, on that note, it is now snowing. I thought I could get out and get all my stuff done before the snow came. Look what I'm doing. I am putting on gloves. These are strength training gloves. You could use a bike glove just so you can grip things, but it keeps your joints supported, and it keeps your joints in your hands warm as you are moving. Then I'm going to use weights. I'm going to use leg weights today, but I'm going to start with my bar. See this? I'm going to start with my bar, because once you put something in your hands, you know what it does? It helps you space through the shoulders. So it's a measured thing. Okay, so what am I doing? I'm doing a 1, 2, 3 walk, and then I'm dipping. Do you see the dip? Ask yourself, oh, she's doing that dip. Okay, I'm going to turn this way, because I will bet you that if you did that with me just now, and you did this, and you dipped, you did this. I don't want you to do this. What I want you to do is this. You see the difference? It's a huge difference in getting warmed up. Now, if you did nothing else but just our warm-up, you would be way ahead of the game, okay? As far as motion, mobility, getting your muscles and your joints working, which if you get your muscles and your joints working, what else do you get working? Your bones. Oh my gosh, see how that little domino effect happens? Do you see what I'm doing? Again, let me just hammer on this point. Do you see what's happening back here in this little warm-up? I've got this going. I'm dropping. Okay, it's starting to wake up all those muscles. And I'm taking care of my back just by doing the drop. I'm waking my feet up all the way down to my toes. I'm stepping back, so I'm ambulating in a backwards pattern. I'm ambulating in a forward pattern. We're going to go side to side in just a second, and we're going to do transverse. So we're going to work in all the planes of motion in this little warm up right here. Some of you are it is so important for you to get your foot ready. Do you see what I'm doing? So I'm letting the heel come up right now. In just a minute, I will put it down, but I'm pushing down, okay? Give your feet, give your legs, your knees, your hips, but especially your feet right now, a chance to acclimate to higher motion. And right now, I'm not forcing my heel down. I'm bending and coming into those toes in a bent position. That affects everything having to do with your ankle and your foot. And at first, when you have an acute issue, such as plantar fasciitis, such as you're recovering from an ankle sprain, a heel spur, Achilles tendonitis, you don't put weight. We're putting weight. So at first, when you're having those issues, you do range of motion. That would be up and down with your foot. Does this make sense? See, as I'm dropping shoulders. I'm taking a big breath in through my nose. I'm hanging out down here. I'm coming back. Okay, I'm starting to feel warmth coming in my quads, coming in my gluteals. Okay, I'm gonna step wide just now. Now I'm gonna go this way. Okay, just hang on and go this way, back and forth. See, I'm working my wrist. I'm going up. I'm going under with my wrist. I can do that. I'm rotating through the hip. But you know what I'm not doing right now? I'm not leaning in. Don't lean in. Say rib cage up. Rotate back and forth. You're rocking your ankles back and forth. Okay? But you say rib cage up constantly. So every time you take a breath in through your nose, drop your shoulders, say rib cage up. Big breath, rib cage up, drop my shoulders. You get the idea? And you might say to me, well, yeah, I get the idea. So why do you have to keep saying that, Jeannie? And I would say, because we're slugs. And we forget. And we get into bad habits. Okay, big breath, transverse. Here we go. Turn, rotate, and back. Then we're going to go turn. And we're going to say rib cage up. And we're going to come right here. And then we're going to go step, turn, drop your shoulders, step to the side, turn, rotate, pivot, say rib cage up, and then come back. One more time on both sides. Here we go. Say rib cage up, right there, right there, right there, right there. Drop that knee down, drop that knee down. Come back in, breathe in. Step, turn, pivot, 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 and come back. Now then, situate yourself in your room so that you can step, hip hinge, drop, and step in. See that? So I'm going to go step, hip hinge, drop, come back up. So I'm doing a side lunge, so to speak. So side, see this? Drop in and dip right through the hip. See that? Come back, step, hip hinge, soften your knees, push your butt back, boom, come back up. So then we just go up, and then we go up, and then we go up, and we go up. And when we're doing our side leg lifts, if that's how you want to say it, you see how I'm just doing a gentle rotation around my area. Okay? Take a big breath. Take a big breath. Take a big breath. Dip, dip, dip. Keep your chin tucked. As you're going down, you're going to lay this rod right at your feet. You're going to come up, go into your heels, sweep, and come up. Take a big deep breath, and now soften your knees and push your hips forward. Okay? Just like that. Take a big deep breath, drop your shoulders. Yes. And then come out of it. Okay, now go wide right here. See, just like if we did a Y up over our head. If that's hard for you, come in more narrow. Say rib cage up, bend your elbows, and come up like this. Okay? So some of you have some real wonky shoulders. That's Kay's definition. Wonky hips and wonky shoulders. Be careful. If you can go wide, then go wide. If you can come up over your head, then come up over your head. But what you don't want to do is let yourself drift forward. You want to say rib cage up. Yes. Right here. Stand your ground. But soften your knees. Sweep up into a big Y. Hanging on to that little bar. Now hang with me. Hang with me. Here we go. My knees are soft. and I'm gonna drop. But I'm not dropping through my waist. I'm dropping my arms. Do you see that? Then I'm gonna come straight up. The waist comes in just a minute. Drop your shoulders, take a breath. Right there. See how I'm just, my elbows pointing up? Yeah, keep your knees soft. Then come back, okay? Now we're gonna take that same move that we worked through the shoulders. Here we go, down, 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 right here. Leave my elbows up. See, I'm not leaning yet. I'm not leaning. Okay, now act like this hand is pulling you down. Now you bend right at the waist. Then you come back. Take a big deep breath. Comes back down. Elbow is lifted. This hand pulls, but I don't push my hip out. And then you come back. And then you sweep it down, just like that, okay? Okay, with your little bar, we haven't really gotten into the chest yet. So before we do that, go step over, chin is under my, the bar is under my chin. Then I step back, okay? Drop your shoulders, step over, right there. Push your hips forward. Keep the bar right under your chin. Drop your shoulders. See, you're thinking I'm doing something to get your legs ready for something, which I am. But really, I'm starting to prep your shoulders, your chest, your back. Because look at the position of my elbows. See, this bar is right here. My elbows are down. Yeah, they're down. So now if I tell you to pull your shoulder blades in, then you start to get a really good stretch through the chest. Take a big deep breath. Bring it back. See that? Okay. Say rib cage up. Some of you drifted. Say rib cage up. I know. You just wonder how I knew it was you. It's right here. Rib cage up. Yeah. Push that hip forward. Push that hip forward. Yes. Take a big deep breath. Come back. Right here. Now we're going to take that bar right to the top of our head. Now you're ready to come down. Bring that bar to the very base of the neck, the very top of where your back starts. See that? Take a big deep breath. Yeah, keep your elbows down. Don't be flaring them. Don't flare them back. Down. Okay, now then, take that bar back away from your neck, bring it up, and bring it right to the top of the head. Take a big breath. Yeah, I know some of you are really feeling it right now, but that's why I did it the way I did it. I talked you into it. Take a big deep breath, rib cage up, keep your chin tucked, knees are soft, come back up on top of that head. Now come down. Now come down. Oh, turn. I know it. Keep your rib cage up. Transverse, transverse. Turn, turn, turn. Big breaths through the nose. Little tiny, tiny, tiny steps back. Every time you turn, you're stepping back. Take a big breath. Yes, just like that. Just like that. Okay. Keep the bar, step in front of your chair. I have a pad on the chair. Okay, we're gonna pick up weights after this one. Again, I told you, if you came on, if you pulled this up and you really got your joints open, especially up through here and here, through the first part of our work here, and then you put a pad on your chair, that's a 2-inch lift. You're gonna go to a sit down, just like that. And then you're gonna make sure your feet are wide and you're gonna come into a stand up. So it's a sit to stand. Take a big deep breath. Sit to stand, step out. Come back. Sit to stand, step out. Step back. So a little more motion. Come into a sit. Take a breath. When you come up, you're going to do what? You're going to exhale. So big breath. Make sure your feet are wide enough. You're on all four corners of your feet. A little more press into the heel. Shine your taillights. Get ready. Exhale. Woo. Step. Come back. Sit. Yeah. Here we go. I hope you exhaled when you came up. Here we go. Take that leg out there and then come back. So this move, you guys, is so important because you're going to do this move in one way or the other. You're going to do it really well through your day, or you're not going to do it so well. So what's not doing it so well? Every time, and I've gone over this before, but especially I want to talk to you about it today, is because stand up, exhale, step out, drop. See this? See, I don't lean forward to take that first step. So many times when we've been sitting a lot and you're indoors a lot, exhale, step. What happens on that first step? Many of you haven't even thought about it, but when you do think about it, you know very well that after you've been sitting for a bit and you go to stand up, exhale, and you go to take the first step, you almost lock your knees and you hunch and you do this kind of an ambulation to get going. And I'm telling you, we got to stop that. So how do you stop it? It's that first step, okay? Drop your shoulders, take a breath, get ready. Exhale, soften the knee, rib cage up, take that step. Come back, soften the knees, rib cage up, take that step. And then you will start to ambulate in a really good neutral spine. Think about it more today because we went over it, okay? I'm telling you, when we start ambulating through our day, I don't care where you're at, and you're at a certain level of wisdom in your life, you start doing this to start with. So I'm telling you that we need to not do that, okay? Okay, first set, I'm going to go back down to my 9 and my 9. I'm going to come right into a stance. Now, if you're doing this, stand over your chair. That's perfectly fine, okay? I'll do it with you. I'll stand here. So you see what I'm doing. This is a 9 and a 9. So what does that mean to you? Well, this is at the higher end of light for me, or the beginning of a medium weight. So, 10, 12, 14. Usually you have an 8 or an 8, or you have a 6 and a 6. So you want to get something that's medium. Okay. So I'm here. I'm going to bring those arms back. I am not bringing them up. I'm coming here into a hip hinge. Pull. Remember what we just worked on? We just worked on this. Okay? I'm turning so you'll see what I'm doing. I'm going to keep my chin tucked. I'm going to come up and just pull those shoulder blades back. Okay, yeah, you'll see the moving part that you see is my elbow. But what really is doing this motion is to get the shoulders back. And I'm doing it with a load. So take a breath. You're in a high hip hinge. Then you're going to come and pull, just like that. You got it? Okay, take a breath. Sit. So we're going to stand, exhale, pull, sit, stand and pull, and sit. Take a breath. Stop anytime you need to if you get off. Take a big breath. Okay, we're gonna exhale, pull right there. Drop your shoulders, drop your shoulders. Keep your chin tucked. Don't hang your head way out here. Come back down. Okay, get ready because we're gonna change up here in just a second. Take a breath. And exhale. Right there. Now turn. Now pull both. Take a breath. Big breath. Woo! Just like that. Drop your shoulders. Stay with me. We're doing it in segments of about, I don't know, 4 to 6, 4 to 8 lifts. Then we're gonna do some pulls. Okay, one more. Here we go. Come back down. Sit. Take a big breath. Drop your shoulders, chin tucked. Exhale, stand, pull. See that? Pull through the shoulders. Pull through the shoulders. Pull through the shoulders. And come back down, and come back down. Big breath through the nose, through the nose, through the nose. Now we're gonna do hammer curls. Then we're gonna go up over the head. Are you ready? So wide stance with your feet. Stop and get a breath anytime you need to. Try to go through the nose. And get ready. Breathe in and exhale. And a hammer. And a hammer. See that? My knees are soft. My rib cage is up. I'm going to do some hammer curls. Keeping my shoulders down. Taking a big breath in my nose. Big breath. A little softness in the knees. All the way up. All the way up. Keep your chin tucked. Okay, stay with me. Stay with me. Here we go. We're going to push it up. Bring it down. Bring it down. Rotate. Alternate, I mean. Yeah, it's a rotation and an alternate. Here we go. Breath. Push. Bring it down. Here we go. Breath. Push. Bring it down. Okay, what I want you to watch now on yourself is right here. See, my elbow is forward. When you go to push, many people will rotate and come out. That's a cheater move in this particular move, so don't do that. Don't do that, you little slugs. Okay, you ready? Other one. Bring it up, hammer, and then go straight up. Make sure your elbow stays forward, and then come down. You got it? Big breath. Rotate, alternate, boom. Do not lock your arm. Do not lock it. And the elbow is pointing forward. Yeah, you'll get a little rotation through the chest and back. Take a big breath. Now we're going to bring them both up, hammer. We're going to go up here as far as we feel we can. And our elbows are pointing where? Drop your shoulders. Take a big breath. All 4 corners of your feet. Pull. Push. Okay? That's one of the reasons why I like free weights. It's a pulling and pushing. Almost every move goes through a pulling, a pushing. Breath and back down. Big breath. 2 more. Here we go. Pull. Push. Back down. Drop your shoulders. Pull. Push. And come back down. And sit down. I hope you're in front of your chair. Okay, take a big breath. Drop your shoulders. Now we're going to bring our little weights. I say little. I'm just, they may be little, they may not be little. This is a 9 and a 9. Okay? Just so you have a point of reference. Now we're going to come right here and we're going to go elbow up, elbow up. See that? I'm just taking my elbow up. My feet are in pretty close. I lean in. Okay? I lean in, keep my back very extended. And I'm going to come up and come up with my palms facing backwards. So it's an up, and it's an up, and it's an up, and it's an up. Big breath, up, big breath, up, and come back, okay? Stay with me here. Now I'm going to turn those weights, and before I go back to using them again, I'm going to give my hands just a little break. So I'm going to put those weights right there, open my hands, put them right there, situate them right there so you don't lose them. Open my hands, pull, pull, press under with your arm very straight. So open, close, stretch, stretch, press, press. So you're stretching, but you have to press and pull. Okay. Now we're going to come and bring it up to just under my collarbone and come down. Okay, so I have you seated so you don't have to worry about, you know, your stance, but you do have to think about keeping your rib cage up. Okay, then I'm going to bring this one and I'm going to come right under my collarbone and then come down. See that one at a time? So I'm going to come here, and then I'm going to come here. And I'm going to come here, and I'm going to come here and try to get my elbow up. Okay, now if you've had shoulder issues, this is not easy. And if it hurts, do it with no weight. So now I'm going to stand, and I'm going to hip hinge. I'm going to bring those arms up, just like I'm pulling up a stretchy pair of pants. Okay, are you ready? Rib cage up, breath, exhale, and pull them up, and then come back down. Keep your chin tucked. Big breath. Bring it up, back down. Big breath. Here we go. Pull it up, and come back down. Take a big deep breath. Up. Bring it back down. Nice. Okay. Take your weights, and we're going to do our first fold. Are you ready? Act like your weights are pulling you down. Okay. So if you're getting pulled down, keep neutral spine. That means chin tucked, ears over the shoulders, shoulders down, rib cage up. As you go down, keep your chin tucked. You're going to go down, 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 down as far as you can. You're going to place those weights down. You're going to go down a little more, and you're going to come back up. See that? Big deep breath. Yeah. Go turn. Go turn. We're going to do 3 more. Stay with me. This fold with a bit of a weight, it's not heavy, is going to really give you movability. But if I watched you right now, what would I be seeing? As you go down, I'll tell you, let me show you what I typically will see. I'll see somebody go like this and they're doing good. And then they start doing this. Okay, that's not a fold. So determine that you are going to get your butt down in line with your head and shoulders, maybe a little below it even. So you want to get your butt down. So as you're coming down, keep your butt pushed back. Come down, come down, come down, come down. Don't be in a hurry to kick it up. Drop your butt just a little more. Keep your knees in, keep your knees in. Grab and come up. Yes. Take a big breath. We have 2 more of these. Here we go. Big breath. Drop your shoulders. You're going to put them down. You're going to go down a little bit further with your butt. Go down. Fold down. Keep folding down, 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 down. Don't round your back. and come back up. Big breath. One more. Here we go. Get your butt down. Get your butt down. Come on down. Come on down. Come on down. A little further. Just a little. And then come back up. And come back up. And come back up. How you feel? You loved it, didn't you? I know it. Okay, before we put our weights on our legs, we got one more big heavy carry to do. And I told you, we've done carries a lot. So what I want you to do is calibrate your weights right now. So they're as heavy as you can take. We're gonna do a carry, just for a few seconds. You know, no more than a minute or two. So I'm gonna pick the whole rack for me up, okay? And some people would say, oh, gotta be careful, you can't load those joints too much. So I'm telling you, of course I don't want you to do anything that would jeopardize those joints, whether they're replaced or whether they're not. Do you remember the warm-up today? We did stepping and we dropped, right? That was to get you ready for this, okay? Watch your shoulders. I got the whole rack here. This is not gonna hurt my joints one bit, and it's gonna really help my bones. But those first two steps, you're gonna either make it or break it with your back in the wrong or the right position. Now you see how I'm dipping? I'm going straight down, just for a little bit. Then I step back. Take a big deep breath. Okay, it's these first two steps, y'all. I'm gonna go step, step, step. Then I'm gonna dip down without leaning in on this move, because that is what is going to give your spine, your bones, your vertebrae, your hips, your knees, your shoulders, integrity, strength. It's the loading. But then you got to really watch that you're not leaning. Keep your chin tucked, shoulders down, ribcage up, and then you do that little dip. See that little dip that I'm doing? And I'm doing it with, yeah, almost 40 pounds. Okay, step, step, step. Now the other foot's back. Before you dip, you gotta say ribcage up. And then just do a little dip, just a little dip. Ribcage up, shoulders down, take a breath, and then come back up. Okay, so if you picked up a pretty heavy weight in your hands to do this little carry, you're feeling it. Okay, I know you are. Open your hands, put your fingers together, and just push them in together. That is one of the best ways to stretch through your hands, I know. Just put your hands right here, keep your elbows down. Don't flare up, don't go way up high, just push. Just like that. Yeah, then pull, pull, pull under, gently, pull under, gently, shake them out. Yes, that's what we want to do. Okay, are you ready? Here we go. So, putting on your leg weights is a mobility exercise, or it can be. So, here's my leg weight. What's the rule? When I bend forward, how do we bend forward? Do we round our back? No. Do we hip hinge? Yes, we do. Then we put on that leg weight, strap it right on there. And hopefully you guys are anywhere from 5 to 10 pounds now on your leg weights. Hip hinge. Strap it onto the ankle. Take a big deep breath. Yes, I still have my little pad here, my 2-inch clearance that I have going. So I'm going to be kind of in the middle of my seat here so that I can open, so that I can make my tummy really tighten, start to contract. It's not even something you have to think about. It's just that when you open, if you have your shoulders down and your back is extended, these will contract. They just will. Drop your shoulders again. Hands are up. And I'm going to go knee extension. See that? See the heel? See, I didn't lift through the hip. That's the point I want to make here. This is a knee extension, okay? It is not a hip flexion. It is a knee extension right there. Boom. Just like that. So we're going to do a single. Drop your shoulders, palms up. Take a big breath. You should be feeling this. You're going to hesitate for just a second at the top so that this contracts. You just want to fire these, you know, get them going. Okay, come in, take a big deep breath, keep your chin tucked. Come back, heel, come up. Hold it right here just for a second. Really contract right here and then come back. Big breath, right there. And right there, palms are up. Palms are up. You want to hesitate for just a second. Let this contract. Boom. Right there. Right there. Big breath. Yes. Yes. Couple more. Here we go. Here we go. Don't be lifting your hip. You're at your heel and you're just extending through the knee and then hesitating right there. Boom. Right here. And then come forward. Big breath. Okay, we're going to take a break right here and stand. We're going to turn. I'm going to hang on to my chair right here. See this? We're going to be back down. I'm going to go like that. Okay? So I'm going to lift from here. So now, instead of making these work, doing a knee extension, now I'm going to make these work by doing a hip extension. Okay? Take a big breath. Drop your shoulders. Yeah. Just press down. Okay? All four corners on this. Soft knee. At your toe. If you don't squeeze your butt right now, you're going to do this. You're going to go, okay. She's going to do the hamstrings, and you're going to start going like this. So we will do that, but not right now. I want to squeeze and lift. See that? That's a whole different move than bending at the knee. Take a breath. Pull. Drop your shoulders. Boom. Drop your shoulders. Go. Drop your shoulders. Go. Don't bend at the knee. Squeeze to the butt. Squeeze to the butt. Take a big breath. Okay, 2 more. Shoulders down. And bring that leg in. And then just rock back and forth. I know it. So, we're going to do the other side. Then we're going to sit back down to the second set of the knee extension. Okay? So I'm just rotating them around. I'm rotating the sets and repetitions and the move. Okay, you ready? So this is how this side looks now when I put the other foot back there. I'm going to say rib cage up. My knee is going to be soft right there. See that? Drop my shoulders. I'm just pressing down on the chair. I'm not pulling on it. Big breath. Now I want to squeeze my gluteal to get the lift. Right there. Keep your toe down. Take a big breath. Boom. Right there. Yeah, keep that leg straight. When you lift, you're exhaling. So breathe in, exhale. Breathe in, exhale through the mouth. Through the nose, sorry. Exhale. Say rib cage up, say rib cage up. Drop your shoulders. Woo! Take a breath. So I can tell you, for whatever reason, this is harder on my knee replace side than my hip replace side. I don't know. Take a breath. Drop your shoulders. Take a breath. Drop your shoulders. Take a breath. 2 more. Yeah, let it contract. Breath right there. Yes. Rock it out. Okay. So before we go sit down again to do our knee extension, we are going to do a knee flexion because that's going to make our opposing muscle work. See how I'm not doing it fast and furious? I'm not just throwing it. I'm going 1, shift, lift, and I'm curling my heel up. And a lot of people get going so fast, they don't think about their form. All they're thinking about is getting those repetitions done. I'm thinking about how you're doing those repetitions. Drop your shoulder. See how I'm just bringing that heel in. Don't be bringing it in too fast. Don't be tightening it way in. If you do either of those, chances are you're going to get a big cramp. So see, it's right there. It's pull, shift, soften, pull, shift, breath, exhale, pull, shift, exhale, pull, shift, exhale, and pull. Take a breath. So honestly, this is just a free-flowing, constant push and pull through my hamstrings, and you should be feeling it right back here. Okay, these are so important. This one alongside the hip lifts, and we'll do one today. We'll do a couple today in the chair just to show you that you can do it, whether you're sitting or lying or standing. Take a breath, stay with me. So there's a reason I'm hammering at this a little longer. See, I'm not going fast. I don't have an inordinately heavy weight. I am constantly cueing myself to say rib cage up, shoulders down, breathe through the nose. And so this is a constant hit on this back leg muscle. Very important. So while you're doing this, ask yourself, when that comes up, are you squeezing your gluteal as well? That's what I want you to do. And sometimes we just don't clue in the gluteal. Okay, now if you're doing this nice and easy, you're rotating and you're staying with me on this, you're starting to feel it in that belly of the hamstring. I know it. So we're doing a little bit more repetition because the hamstring and the quad can take this kind of a pull on with our load, with our weight load. Okay, just a couple more. Just stay with me. Drop your shoulders, rib cage up. You should feel the back of the hamstring. Yeah. Okay, last one, last one. I mean for both legs. I had to say that because, see, slugs are inclined to not do that last one. Okay, stay with me. Okay, you're locked down. You're locked down with your feet and your weights, right? I want you to step really wide as you can. And your toes are going out. Not a lot. 45 degrees. See that? I'm going to just go down and do a little froggy squat. That's all. See how I'm coming down? See how I'm keeping my rib cage up, keeping my chin tucked? See how I'm coming down? Just a little tiny sproggy squat. A little game that you would play with your kids, and then you would hop, hop, hop. Yeah, I know, we won't do that. But this is so good to do. Okay, see how I'm coming down? Just moving through my joints, putting the load where it needs to be in the back, coming down, get your butt down, get your butt down, get your butt down, get your butt down, then come back up. We're just doing 3 or 4 of these. Push your butt back. Here we go, coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down. Come on down. Hang out down there for a little bit. And then we're gonna come back up. Yes, I know, you just loved it. Okay, sit. Now we're gonna hit these one more time before we take our weights off. Okie dokie. Yeah, we have our side lifting to do too, but so this one and our side lifting. Okay, hold on to your chair, lean back, whatever you need to do. You're 2 inches up, your heels are down, your toes are up. You're gonna lean back, but what you're not gonna do is this. You're not gonna go and then lift. No, 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 no. These stay down. These are your stability. This is all stability. This isn't lift. This is lift, okay? With this muscle. Are you ready? Big breath, and it's up. Squeeze. Every time you say squeeze to these muscles, you say rib cage up. Because you know what we do, don't ya? Yes, what we do is we let our back round. We do not want to let our back round. Ready? Boom. Hold. Say rib cage up. Big breath. Open. Hold. Big breath. Back. Rib cage up. Bring that leg up and hold. Come back in and down. Open. Drop your chin. Rib cage up. Boom. Right there. Big breath. Come back in. You should feel it. Open. Rib cage up. Exhale. Hold it for just a little bit. Little short breaths. And then come back in. Open. Drop your shoulders. Ah, right there, right there, right there, right there, right there, right there. Come in and down. Drop your chin. Open. Here we go. Big breath. Rib cage up. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. And come back down. Now, right on the tail end of that, we're going to punch this muscle a little bit. Are you ready? Keep your feet pretty wide. The weights are still because I don't want you still on because I don't want you to move your feet. Then we're going to do some holding squats. Okay? One of your favorites. Are you ready? Big breath. Drop your shoulders. And you're going to go and act like you're going to stand up, but you don't. So you know what you do? You release your butt and you pull this out. Now you act like you're going to sit down, but then you don't. And you act like you're going to sit down, but then you don't. Take a breath. Drop your shoulders, rib cage up. Keep your chin tucked. Heels, 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 heels. Take a big breath. Now we're going to hold it. Are you ready? Right here. Don't sit. Don't sit. Go into your heels. Don't sit. Take a breath. Take a breath. Take a breath. Down. You loved it. 2 more of those. Are you ready? Watch your knees. Don't let them come in or out. Drop your shoulders. Take a breath. Come up. Then act like you're going to sit down, but then you don't. And you keep thinking, where's that chair? Where's that chair? Take a big breath. Hang into your heels. Hold, 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 hold. Come up. I tricked you. Take a breath. Come back down. Act like you're going to sit down, but you don't. Hang out here, hang out here, hang out here. Take a breath. Take a breath, take a breath, take a breath. Come up. Yes, that's what I want. Right there, that's what I want. Okie dokie. Here we are. This is one that a lot of people leave out. And we're going to do a combination. We're going to go heel up, toe up, and then we're going to go in and out. So you're going to be standing like this. You're going to go heel up, then you're going to go toe up. Then you're going to lean into this side, say rib cage up. You're going to come here and tap, and then you're going to come out with the lift. See that? Then we're going to go to the other side. So you're right here. You're going to lean, say rib cage up, barely touch. Soft knee. And we're going to go touch, lift. See that? Do a touch. When you lift to the side, head that toe into your midline and then come back down. See that? So that's how we're going to do the next couple of repetitions. See, I said couple. The reason I said couple is because I'm not sure how many we're going to do. It can be a couple. Legally, it's between 2 and 20 repetitions. And it drives Kathy nuts. Okay, but she'll let us know how many we did. So heel up, toe up, and when you do this, try to use one finger, okay? Then you're gonna shift, tap, lift, and you can do it a couple of times. You can do it a couple of times, then put it down, lean, come in, tap, keep the toe turned in, barely touch with your finger. See this? Yeah, I know, I just did 2 or 3. Okay, so here we are. Heel up, say rib cage up, breathe. Don't hold your breath. And then toe up. And you're gonna need your chair or a wall or a table or a whatever. Just don't grab somebody. If you grab somebody, it could be a problem. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. See how carefully I'm moving with my weights on? Here we go. Heel up, all the way up into your toes. Then go toes up into your heels, barely using this, okay? Soften your knee, take a breath, straight leg. It touches, then it lifts. Toe in, toe in, toe in, toe in, and down. Take a breath. Drop your shoulders, okay? Go the other side. Shift, yes. Shoulders down, yes. Chin tucked, yes. Knee soft, yes. Touch, open. Make sure your toes turned in. And then it's a 1, 2, 3, okay, 4. And come down. Take a breath. Go into the toes with the heels up. We'll do it several times. Several times, several times. Yeah, bend those toes, bend those toes. I know it. Take a breath. Okay, now go back into the heels. Use your chair, bring your toes up. Maintain your neutral spine, bring your toes up. Yes, take a breath. Right there. Bring them up. Okay, now shift. Soft knee, shoulders down, straight leg, bring it in, lift, bring it in, lift, breath, lift. And you're gonna hesitate right there. Hesitate right there. Bring it down. Okay, rotate, shift, knee is soft, shoulders down, leg is straight. Woo! 1, 2, take a breath. 3, hang in. 4, and come back down. Oh, big breaths. Yes. Okay. Time's flying. I know. Chrissy's going to be warning me. I gotta leave, Jeannie. Okay. I'm glad you guys have joined in. Sit. Release those weights. I'm trying to hit every one of those essential moves for bone health and to get going on our mobility adventure called life. See what I'm doing? I'm doing a modified version of totally working through my whole hip range. Yeah, right now, just by doing this. Lean back a little bit, let this stretch, then rotate, lean back, let it stretch, knees down, take a big deep breath. Then you do two final ones. You come here, you put your elbow in, and you turn and you let that groin stretch. Come center, put your elbow into the other knee, turn, come down as far as you can. And then as you get up, you're gonna hit the hamstring stretch. You hang on, you come down for just a few seconds with your head and you pull your toes up and you bring your chest down, big stretch. Then you go into a hip hinge and you're out of there. Hope this helps. Keep you going, keeping your motor going. We tried to build a better motor today. You don't want to have too many fenders. Could be a problem.